If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Hey, Crozier, didn't you think that this is going to go on until 7:30?
I thought for sure he was going to, at least Trump was going to take questions.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it kind of took all of us by surprise that they just ended it and it's done and everybody's getting up out of their seats and walking out.
And questions about not just, Russia and the war and Ukraine, but, when did you meet Melania? According to the New York Times, it was the 4-year difference between you and the date you said. There's a guy up in Alaska, and both of these presidents got there today at the same time, which was remarkable planning and scheduling for both those planes to arrive within a few minutes of each other. And then they walked the red carpet. And when they met, somebody was lip reading Putin.
Oh.
And Putin said, he points to Air Force One. He goes, God, I'd like to have a plane like this. Mine is so effing noisy.
No.
And you could tell when they landed that plane, that Russian plane, man, nobody could hear anything. Those clunking Russian engines, just bang, 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 bang. And I thought, all right, this meeting was going to go on for either 1 minute or 3 days.
Yeah.
And
we thought it was going to be a short day for us.
That's right. And then the press conference I thought was going to go on for a long time, but it wasn't. And I guess Trump knows when to cut it off. Because he knows every station, not only in the United States and Russia is on it, but the world is watching this.
Yeah, and the fact that they didn't really, neither of them spoke of any substantive issues, it's not really surprising considering, like as Trump said, he's got to go to Ukraine or talk to Zelensky and get his thoughts, agreements, or whatever on whatever was proposed. So I guess they weren't really going to give any details based on that reason alone.
Right, and when they say that, that there is no land that Ukraine's going to give up, they're giving up land. The Russians are not going back to their border. There's no way that's going to happen. They're not going to lose hundreds of thousands of guys and just go right back to the old existing 4-year-old borders. That's not going to happen. It's a question of how much will Russia take from Ukraine? And it may be a lot. I don't know.
How much Ukraine agrees to give up.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't know how this ends. And then you're going to have to put a wall between those two territories, so people don't come across and kill each other.
Yeah.
That's what starts the next one.
Yeah, a lot of the agreement also that people were surmising was that Putin was going to demand that not only that the land that they've already taken, but possibly more. But then they've also experts have also been saying these probably was demanding that Ukraine still not get into NATO.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's originally why it started. They kept wanting to get in NATO, and they finally had a sort of a handshake agreement to join NATO, and that's when Putin said enough. And somebody explained it to me this way: NATO to Russia is what Russia is to us, and if Russia came and took part of or took over Cuba, there's no way we'd allow that. We literally would go to war over that, and so. The NATO kept encroaching on the property, and I think, look, that part of the area, I don't know a lot about Ukraine and Russia, but from what I understand, that the people live in eastern Ukraine and people live in western Russia are about the same people. They speak the same languages, are very, very close. They have the same history. They have the same background.
And we're all under the Soviet Union.
Yeah, right, so, exactly. And so it's a really bizarre, part of the world, because the people are so close, yet they're fighting to the death. And I don't know when this war is over what the total is going to be, but it might be in the millions, or at least 1 million people dead on both sides.
So I want to say that they probably spoke for 2 to 3 hours. I mean, you don't know how much time there was between when they ended the meeting when they actually started that conference, but they probably got there roughly like 12:30, somewhere around there.
Right, and they also must have had some kind of agreement before they left. There's no way Trump would have gone to Alaska with nothing on the table, because that could have been an embarrassment.
And yesterday, or was it the day before, that Trump had said he would know within 2 minutes whether Putin was actually serious about any sort of peace deal possibility.
Right. And because it lasted longer than 2 minutes,
We
maybe it's
assume
a
that he
possibility.
didn't get that vibe. Yeah.
Right. But every time Putin has said, we agree to a ceasefire, or, at least a temporary ceasefire, he's blasted away.
Oh, he was attacking Ukraine as the two plans landed.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to make a point. So then you have to worry about how serious this whole thing was in the first place.
Yeah. I don't know what the answer is. I think a lot of people think that Russia is a lot stronger than it really is. I don't know how great that economy is.
I agree with that.
How strong that country is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, when you have a stronghold on a country like that, and it's a rough place to live, you don't have any kind of freedoms in Russia like you have here. None. Not even close.
So again, Trump did say there was great progress today, but in his words, we didn't get there.
Yeah.
Whatever that would mean.
I thought at one point he was going to talk about Stefush's accident, and that didn't happen.
The foosh.
I thought maybe Putin would have mentioned it, but that didn't go on. So I guess they don't care. Right? The hell?
Well, at least one of them doesn't.
Yeah, right. Do you think Trump ever heard about that story?
Somebody brought it to his attention.
Okay, so Mr. President, you sitting down for this? The Foosh, which is not his real name. He goes,
It's not his real name. It's what his coworkers call him.
Yeah.
Come on.
Even though Rick Chambers calls him Stefoosh, and last night Mark Brown on Channel 7 gave us a ding dong. That's all BS. What really happened was he was on the 105. But you know how they do brief the president on big stories whenever there's a shooting or whatever.
Bullet points, yeah.
Yeah, right. I wonder if somebody came and goes, okay, there's a guy on LA radio called the Foosh. He wiped out radically on the freeway. I don't think it's his fault, but car caught on fire, and then these 5 people saved him. They flipped the car over. It was unbelievable. It
looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to be all right.
Okay.
His mom and dad went into the studio. Yeah, and Don, you're right. Trump on Hot Dog Day. How'd you know? Yeah, that's right. Hot Dog Day.
I always know when Hot Dog Day
Yeah.
is.
And then they had Soda, which is this Mediterranean place down the street. All the people that work there seem to enjoy that food. I'd love to have seen that and being briefed on that story. All right, we got to take a break here. That was Russia and the United States. We'll get back to Los Angeles and the craziness here because there's a lot of it.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
All right, we just heard from President Trump and President Putin, and they came to some kind of agreement. We don't know any details. None. I don't know what's in it. If you do, great, but we don't. So, next. Hey, I noticed this. I was talking to Richie just now. Richie's in for Bellio. Bellio had to take a day off. She was so emotional over all the Stefoosh news. She's very close with these guys, with Richie, Kiki, Stefoosh, Robin, who else is a producer around here? Maddie, all these guys and gals. She's like their
Hump in the last
second
week.
She's like their second mom.
Yeah.
And when Stefoosh got hurt, she took it like her own child got hurt. And so she had to take the day off. She was a wreck. She got very emotional yesterday. She started crying when she talked to Steph's dad and Steph's mom. She was trying to hold it back and keep it together for them. So that Bellio, man, she's got a huge heart. I meant that metaphorically, not physically. She's not in trouble of dying of obese heart.
Oh,
So you got to do that nowadays. You got to clear that up. So I got a call on the way to work, actually, from a friend of mine, and I look at the phone, and I do what everybody else does when your phone rings, and you first of all you look to see who it is, right? You look to see who it is, and then what do we all do? We don't admit it. I think I'm the first guy to admit it on the air. We all do it. We start with this. What the F does this guy want?
All the time.
Why is this effing guy calling me? What the Christ is going on with his life? What the what? I don't have time. I'm busy. What's going on with this guy? What's going on with this guy? Calling and not texting first. What's going on? And then you can leave the voicemail, and then you can read along. Richie, you have this, right?
Yeah.
You can read along with the voicemail.
Correct. So now, first of all, why are you leaving me a voicemail?
Yeah,
You know what
right.
I mean, like,
Why are
I
you
don't wanna
calling?
talk to you.
You can do everything through text. I love your generation. I would have fit in perfectly with your generation, Richie.
No,
Nobody
for sure.
calls anybody.
No, yeah, just send me a text,
Text.
and then
That's
I'll
right.
let you know if I'm interested or if I want to respond to you.
That's exactly right. And gang, you can end a text chain. You don't always have to put the heart on the text or the thumbs up or whatever. You can just not respond, and people are cool with that as
Yeah.
well.
Or you can even hide your notification that you read the message to begin with. Or
Yes.
you could be, a little cheeky and let them know that you read it, but you're not responding.
Or how about this? While they're leaving a voicemail, you can hit a button and pop into the voicemail.
Yes.
And start talking to them.
Yes, it transcribes the voicemail now. So it basically, you can read along as they're speaking, and then you decide if you want to pop in there or not.
And you can
know?
pop in
Yeah.
while they're leaving a voicemail. And that always says, I wasn't really into talking to you, but I gave in. So I'll talk to you. What the hell? I would have been totally into your generation, man. It's a whole group of people who are just antisocial, on their phones all day. And I think that's why when you get together with your friends, you go nuts because you are just texting everybody all day. You have no real, contact. When you go out like drinking and dancing and stuff, you guys go crazy.
We do.
It's that big, huge burst of energy. You're like, oh, whoa, look, I'm with people. This is unbelievable.
It's funny that you mentioned that because on a group chat that I'm in with my closest friends, there's like a big thread of conversation about booking a flight, and I haven't responded back to them. And I feel so bad because I feel like they probably think that I'm mad at them, but I'm not. It's just like,
Oh, this is something my daughter told me, and I don't know about Robin, Crozier, Maddie, and Richie. I don't know, and Angel. I don't know if you know this, but if I send you a text and I say, like you say, how's your day going? And I'm like, oh, it's going fine. If I put a period after that, it means
Done.
it's going fine. But if there's no period after that, it's like, oh, it's going fine. Is that true? That's what my daughter told me. A period at the end is attitude.
I would say so.
Like
Really?
disingenuous, what you're saying somehow?
I think, and first of all, oh, by the way, this drives me crazy. When you send a text to somebody, you don't have to say, I went to the store, or I, made a phone call today. I went on a trip. It's coming from you. You can just say, went on a trip.
Store.
Right. Went to the store. You don't have to say I. It's coming from you. It's only coming from you.
Writing in text is basically a brand new language for
It
a lot
is.
of people.
And my daughter, we were over at Handel's Ice Cream. This is about a week and a half ago. And I was talking to her, and she was looking me straight in the eye because I was telling her something, and she was futzing around with her phone, and I thought she was cold. It was cold outside, so I go, "Hey, do you need a sweater? You're shaking." And she goes, "No, I'm texting Corey." I go, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm texting Corey." Oh, I just got a text. Oh, I'll never call you again. That's why the guy who called me on the way to work. So she's texting while she's staring me in the eye. She doesn't have to look at the keyboard. This new generation of kids can text with both thumbs without ever even looking at the keyboard. And it was perfect. Never had to go back and make corrections. I got to go back and make corrections on everything I do. If I write okay, sometimes the O doesn't come out. And if it's down near the space bar, good night. Good night. If I'm writing a text to somebody and I'm at the bottom of the space bar, like Z, X, C, V, B, N, and M, half the time I hit the space bar with my fat fingers, and I got to go back. But this new generation, also, can you drag in text? Where you drag the letters? Do you not do that, Richie?
I could, but I don't really stick with that.
Okay.
I like typing.
There's a new thing that kids can do where you put your finger, like, let's say you want to write radio station. You put your finger on R, then you without taking it off the phone, put it to A, and then D, and then I and O, and it'll print radio. You never have to take your finger off the phone. Like if I want to write Crozier, Crozier, and I just move it around the phone without taking my phone off the finger, and it writes your name.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's been around for a few years, and I tried it when I first knew about it a couple of years ago myself, but it's not.
But it nails it every time. It's remarkable.
Does it for you?
Yeah.
I've had issues with it. Yeah, maybe it's more intuitive now.
But I don't know. You know, I don't know if these kids are going to be good at typing because that's a whole new set of finger muscles you don't use. But texting, they're unbelievable.
Yeah,
how quickly they can text too.
Kind of ridiculous.
I mean, and they type faster than I do voice to text. It's unreal. Man, this generation, they got it going on. At least in that area. At least in that area. Every other thing in the world.
Do you remember the BlackBerry?
I do, yes.
Okay, so supposedly that they're bringing it back. So with the buttons and everything, so that's gonna be super fun. Like, but it's gonna be like,
what
was that?
Me typing.
Oh, is that what that was?
That was a typewriter right there.
God. Man, I was going to say you can save that for off the air. That's a great sound effect. But yeah, I never was into the BlackBerry. I never had one.
No.
Yeah, I went right from a flip phone to a smartphone.
Those buttons seem smaller to me than what's on your phone now.
Yeah,
they are virtual buttons.
Yeah, and then there's crap that gets into that. It's like a keyboard, so you got to blow it out every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I remember going to what's her name? Stefani. What's the Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
I went to a Gwen Stefani concert with my wife, and this is back in the late 90s. And everybody held their phone up with the light on. And so I flipped my phone up, and I was doing it with the light, like I was 19 or 18. Shut up, Crozier. And my wife said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Everyone's holding their phone up and putting the light on." She goes, "Tim, they all have cameras on their phone. They're taking pictures. You don't have a camera on your phone." Felt like such an a-hole. Such an a-hole. But I'm picking up with I'm picking up what you guys are putting down with this new generation.
Better late than ever.
It's not like I'm 80. Yeah. All right, we're live. Shut up, Crozier. I'm coming in there.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
More Staffouche audio will play for you sometime today. Channel 5 and Channel 7 did an unbelievable piece on both those stations. And Mark Brown gave us a ding-dong. How about that last night? Mark Brown, one of the great anchors of on ABC forever. He's been there, I think, 60 years. Guy's been there my whole life. At the end of doing the story, he goes, ding-dong with that story. Ding-dong with Conway. That's great. I love that dude. Mark Brown, outstanding guy. All right, Alex Michelson is with us. He has officially left Fox, or leaving tonight, I think. Alex, how you, bub?
Ding dong with you.
Ding dong with you, buddy. Hey, so was last night your last night or tonight at Fox?
Tonight is my last night.
Oh my God, the end of an era. I can't believe it's already been a decade.
It hasn't been a decade, and so I don't know why it keeps getting reported. I've been at Fox for 7.5 years.
Why did they say
I guess
10?
Feels like a decade. Well, they said after nearly a decade. I don't know how 7.5 became nearly a decade. I guess it is closer to 10 than it is to 5.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll take it. Whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
So where are you going?
I can't say yet, but I will let you know when I can.
Okay. And when are you going to start your new job?
I think I started in about a month.
Really? Is it going to be national or local?
Well, we'll see.
Alex, please, buddy. All right, so let's talk about your last night at Fox. They did a nice tribute to you over there, all the guys and gals who've worked with you for so long. And they were very emotional that you were leaving. You made a lot of good friends over there.
I feel really fortunate. And of course, one of the great friendships that I gained out of this job and being able to do this is with you.
Please,
And so there are several images of you. There are several images of you in our Best of Issue Is show tonight.
Really?
Wow. There are, yeah.
Oh, now I'm interested.
I am so
superficial.
honestly, I know we joke and we BS and everything, but I am so grateful to you to help lift up our little show and to and this has been one of the great highlights of my time. Is just this time that we get to
You're a very sweet man. You're a very sweet guy. I've never seen you get really pissed. Do you get really pissed over there?
Sometimes, yeah. I try to hold that back. I have gotten in trouble with HR a few times.
Oh, really?
And so now that I'm getting on the way out, I guess I made it through.
What was it? Ass grabbing?
No, well, there was a time. Remember during COVID when nobody was working in the studio?
Right.
So I was the only person. All the other anchors were gone. I was the only person there. They got rid of the floor directors. They got rid of all the hair and makeup. They got rid of everything. So I'm in the studio by myself,
right.
And the monitors aren't working. And I didn't realize, and all sorts of technical problems. So I said, F this, and this isn't working.
Wow.
And then I didn't realize that was on TV.
Oh, that's
great. Out to everybody.
That's awesome.
Our general manager, our general manager at the time, who's no longer our general manager, was this very old school conservative guy from Kentucky who, was very religious and all the rest of it. And he was so offended that I would use that language in the thing. I got reamed out in front of the entire company.
Oh, wow.
They changed the policy. I had a strike against me. It was a whole thing.
Wow.
But that was me getting angry on the air.
I like that side of you. Look, that makes you more interesting, That you have that side of you.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, so you used the whole F word. It went over the air?
Oh, yeah. I think I may have used it twice.
Wait, do you still have it? I mean, do you still have a copy of it?
I don't. I don't even know. No, I don't.
Doesn't exist, huh?
I didn't want to get anywhere near that.
Quickly, they get rid of interesting stuff over there at Fox.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, so tonight, when you leave that station, that's probably going to be emotional for you.
It is, and
it
when we were taping the final issue, I started to tear up a little bit when talking about the crew because those are the people that you love so much, and I'm sure you would, if you had to leave Bellio, you would start crying, right?
Yes. I do every night when I leave the station. Hey, when you leave, you're going to take 2 weeks off and then start your new gig?
It's about a month off, I think.
A month, okay. And will it be a big fanfare? They'll be like, Alex Michelson lands at so-and-so, news at 11, that kind of thing?
Well, I mean, are you going to do that?
I don't know.
I was counting on you to be my publicist on this thing and help me promote it.
Hey, you know what? I want to tell the audience something that you tell me in private, that when you get recognized at the airport or at the beach or at a restaurant or at a theater or whatever, most of the time they mention this show.
All the time.
How about
that's not BS. I get people coming up to me and they just say ding dong with you.
Oh, that's
and
great.
It's like a way of knowing that we're on the same page. It's like when I go out and people, I'm a USC Trojan, so I'll go out sometimes and people will just come up to me and they say fight on, which is their way of saying, I know that you're a Trojan and all the rest of it. And people come up to me and they just say ding dong, meaning that they're part of the team.
Oh, that's great.
And honestly, I was, the moment that I won my first Emmy for The Issue Is, I remembered I went to get the trophy. There's this person at the table, and I grab it, and the person handing it with me says, ding dong with you.
Oh, that's great, dude. I'm going to tell you a quick story.
I love you, Ed Conway.
I'm going to tell you a quick story, then we'll do Who's on the Issue Is. I was at Lowe's about a year ago, and there was a guy working at Lowe's, and he looks at me, and he goes, ding dong, right? And I respond back to him, ding dong. And he looks at me and he goes, what? I go, you said ding dong. I'm saying ding dong back. He goes, no, the guy behind you is Ron. I said, hey, Ron. An a-hole moment.
Howard.
A-hole moment. Yeah, big a-hole moment. Yeah. I've had a few of those.
There you go.
I've had a few of those.
Yeah.
All right, so what's on the issue is tonight?
We got a very big show. So we're sitting down with our two most frequent guests, Gavin Newsom and Gloria Allred, and then we have messages from many of our previous guests. So we hear from Kamala Harris and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jerry Brown and Alex Padilla and John Cobalt and Tommy Lahren and Bill Malugin and all sorts of people all over the political spectrum who are all part of the show tonight. And then there's a tribute to our crew. And we look back at the 7.5 years and everything that's kind of happened in politics and in our world. And it's a really special show. We've been working really hard on it. And it's kind of all the best of everything we've done. So it's kind of crazy. It's like my life's work.
Did they give you an hour?
Yeah. It's a half hour, unfortunately, but I am going to put out a longer version on YouTube.
Thank God.
I think it deserves it. Yeah.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it.
I'm sure that's how you watch it.
And when you can say where you're going, please come on. The audience would like to know.
I would love to, and I hope that you'll be a part of the next thing.
Oh, you know it, buddy.
I'll just say that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Buddy, I really appreciate you coming on every week. Even though when you're out of town or whatever, you always try to make time for us. Appreciate that, man.
It is honestly one of the highlights of my week. You're the man.
Right.
I know, and maybe that's sad about my life, but
it's more of a commentary on your crazy sad life.
It says something.
All right, buddy, I appreciate it, man. Congratulations. I hope you're making more money too.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
I appreciate that.
All right. Big dog
Bye-bye.
with you,
Ding
buddy.
dong with
Big
you.
dog.
Yeah.
There he goes. Alex Michelson, his last night on Fox Night after 7.5 years.
Well, whatever he's doing, I'm wondering why it prevents him from still talking to you on Fridays.
No, I don't think it will.
So he's going to keep going.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think
it
so.
It sounded like a goodbye to him here, too.
No. We'll have fun forever.
Okay.
But I know where he's going.
You do?
Yeah, because somebody told me.
Oh, so it's out to some people.
It's out to some people, yeah. But he won't tell me. And so I don't feel like I should say it on the air. But bum. Guess you can figure that out.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
We're back, baby. All right, Steph Fouche has been a major part of the news cycle for the last week. Actually, the last 8 days. That happened a week ago yesterday. And Mark Brown did a good piece. Also, KTLA knocked it out again. KTLA has been out here 3 times to follow the Steph Fouche story. If you're just tuning in, just coming in from out of the country, Steph Fouche got in a radical accident a week ago yesterday around 2:15. And he nearly died. If it wasn't for Good Samaritans, he would have burned to death in his car. That's exactly what would have happened. So we finally found him. We went searching near and far, stopping at 3 of his addresses. Finally found him in a hospital 8 hours after he got in a car crash. He was listed under John Doe. His mom didn't know where he was. Barbara, his dad, Ed, didn't know where he was. And it was a long, long day trying to find this guy. And so KTLA thought that was an interesting story. They came out with Rick Chambers, and then Sandra Mitchell came out the next time, and then Rick Chambers again last night. So if you missed it, here's Rick Chambers' story from last night on KTLA.
Rick Chambers is in Burbank with the story.
That's right.
Rick.
Well, Micah, that employee you're talking about, his name is Fouche, or at least they call him that here. His co-workers threw a party for 2 Good Samaritans who, without a doubt, saved Fouche's life.
KFI AM 640, it is the Conway Show.
It was a week ago that KFI technical director Stefan Cabezas, or Fouche, was nearly burned to death in this fiery rollover crash on the 105.
I've never seen anything like that.
Today, 2 of the Good Samaritans who dragged Fouche to safety, Jonathan Garay and Kenyatte Hubbard, came to KFI to meet Fouche's parents.
Those are the people that saved your son's life.
It was overwhelming.
Yeah, it sounds like a carnival barker, you know? Hey, take 1 step forward, your body will naturally follow. This knife is so sharp, 1 tomato will last you all summer.
Ooh, God. Waka, waka, waka.
A snake oil salesman. Those over a guy's life. Those are the people that saved your son's life.
It was overwhelming gratitude and remembering when I did find out that he was still alive.
When I saw you guys, I just wanted to bawl. I just wanted to start crying because you guys...
That's Steph Fouche's dad.
When I saw you guys, I just wanted to bawl. I just wanted to start crying because you guys gave us something that I thought I would never have. And I'm just so appreciative of you guys.
Fouche even called in from his hospital bed.
You guys are just absolute angels. And I mean, I can't thank you guys enough.
It was just luck, though, that these two men who were willing to stop and help were even on the highway.
Well, we rocked and rocked and rocked, and finally we were able to get it onto its wheels.
Kenyatte was coming from the airport when he came upon the overturned car.
I saw Stefouche upside down, and we kind of locked eyes a little bit, and I just had to jump out of something. I couldn't leave that guy. I saw he was trapped, and I couldn't just leave him in that car like that.
Jonathan was on his way to work.
We were able to open the door, and then, we got him out. We got him to a safe distance, and within a couple of minutes, the vehicle was fully engulfed in flames. And then a few minutes after that, gas tank blew, and then the battery blew.
Fouche's arm got mangled in the wreck, but incredibly, no other serious injuries.
I'm honestly feeling much better. I have way less pain. I'm able to walk on my own. My mom and dad have seen it. I'm doing a lot of stuff on my own.
Thanks in part to these two men who were willing to step up when they were needed. And Fouche told us that he's going to have his fourth surgery, probably another one after that. But he also says he may be back home in a week or two.
Wow, that would be great. And then Mark Brown and Tim over at ABC7 did a piece as well.
What is your...
Oh, wait, that's the wrong audio. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put some boom in it. Here we go.
KFI AM 640, it is the Conway Show. And what a big show we have for today. A week ago today, 7 days ago today, almost at this exact moment, Stefouche got into a huge accident on the 105 eastbound to the 110 northbound. His name is Stefan. He has been with us for about 4 years or so, and he's our technical director and producer. Steph, man, this is going to be quite a huge reunion that you're sort of just on the phone for, not here in person.
I know. I'm kind of bummed out. I can't be there.
Your dad, Ed, is here.
Thank you very much.
And we also have the people that saved your life are here as well.
I happened to be behind Stefan when he crashed. I'd actually just changed lanes. I look up, and his car's in the air, and I watched it flip a couple times.
Wow.
I see that there's a car on fire, and no one's stopping to help this guy. I see he's upside down in the car, rocking the car. And as we rocked the car, more and more people came to help us.
Stefouche, you've not met these guys, and the first time you're having to talk to them, anything you'd like to say to these chaps?
It was just my arm. It was a bad injury, but it was just my arm. But, that wouldn't be the case if it wasn't for you two. Eternal gratefulness to both of you.
Stefouche, if you're listening, we need you back here. So mend that arm, come on back, and even if you have to learn to use the buttons with your right hand instead of your left hand, we need you. Ding dong with you, Stefan.
Ding dong, the Conway Show.
All right, that's Mark Brown.
Nice.
Yeah, how about that? The anchor of ABC gave us a ding dong.
Ding dong, the Conway Show. A GoFundMe page has been set up to help Stefan the Fouche Cabeza with his medical bills. You'll find the link on our website, abc7.com.
Yeah, that's great, man.
By the way, did you notice at the very beginning of the story the dial turn radio sounds?
Oh yeah.
It's that's for most kids now. They don't know what that sound is. It's like a dial tone for them because everything's digital now.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, right here.
KFI AM 6.
It's like anybody younger than, I don't know, 40 is going, what's that noise?
Yeah. Well, what is that? They have a crappy radio? Well, all the radios were like that back then.
Yeah, going station to station back in the day.
And then when you got further, you had to keep adjusting it too. Depending where you are, keep slowly adjusting it to get that station in. Yeah, old school. We are old school, and we admit it because it was. It's a lot more fun back then.
It was.
Good times. Less rules, gang. Less rules.
Sound.
Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.